Ja, wir machen weiter mit den Outer Worlds. Und zwar sind wir auf der Groundbreaker Station angekommen. Ich begebe mich sofort auf Loot Session. Was eigentlich auch nicht so schlimm ist, wenn dich niemand sieht, kannst du klauen, aber wegen 10. Ja. Das hätte ich mehr sollen machen, ich habe zu wenig geklaut. Vor allem gerade wenn gute Sachen wären rum gewesen. Das Poster zum Beispiel, das hätte ich sicher können in meinem Raumschiff aufmachen.
Hey, no offense, but I don't think this walking Saltuna can's gonna appreciate you interrupting.
Keep talking, Millstone. See what happens. Now's not a good time. I'm dealing with a problem here.
So, go space yourself. Problem solved.
You must really want to truncheon through your teeth.
Ist jetzt gar niemand mit mir mitgekommen, oder? Das ist zum Kotzen. Wie nimmst du die Leute mit? Wenn wir zuschauen, oder? Nein.
Do what you want. I'm done here.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Das wird sicher ein neues Teammitglied.
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Da kommen wir nochmal zurück, sicher.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Schade, sehe ich so wenig das Gesicht von meiner Figur, das ist so witzig.
See you around, boss.
Wir kommen nochmal zusammen, aber das Problem ist, ich habe die Frau nicht mitgenommen. Ich habe sie doch gewählt. Wo ist denn die? Läuft die irgendwo rum jetzt? Warum ist sie nicht dabei? Das frage ich mich jetzt gerade. Das kotzt mich echt an. Kann ich da nicht durchziehen? So. Dann kann ich doch das klauen, oder? Das hätte ich mehr sollen machen im letzten Teil. Schauen, dass die niemand sieht. Hallo?
Move along.
Was haben wir denn da oben? Doji Slims habe ich auch noch nicht. Sieht mich jemand? Schnell zu. Holen wir das Ding. So. Meine Begleitung ist nicht dabei.
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station would shut down.
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
Gonna head to Here's for risking dark.
Was da über? Die sagen ja alle nichts da.
Careful where you
Das sind
smoke.
so
Learn
NPCs.
to keep your eyes to yourself in my job. Nobody wants you looking close at their cargo.
Mechanicals all over, but they still got us sweating to move boxes.
Die Dinger könnte ich für das Hacken brauchen.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Identification, please.
Wollen wir jetzt mal das H fahren?
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day.
Oh nein.
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Oh Gott, was habe ich gemacht?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to
Warum?
that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering. Happy to help. That's my job, after all. Are you pulling my leg? You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Glad to help. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either. All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. Really likes his cereals, too. Maybe a little too much. Bit of a weird bird, all told. You noticed, huh? What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it. But what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business. Sure thing. Be seeing you.
Not carrying firearms? Good. Less chance of causing a hull breach.
So kann ich direkt reinschleichen eigentlich. Die Frage ist, ob das eine clevere Idee ist. Meine Begleitung ist nicht mitgekommen, das kotzt mich am meisten. Ich bin zu früh da oben. Oh! Autsch! Ich bin doch schon verstümmelt. Jetzt habe ich noch mehr Schaden. Okay, ich muss mal schauen. Auftrag. Wir könnten mal das zuerst machen.
Signal the other day it was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one
Taucht euch die noch auf oder muss ich wieder auf das Schiff? Ich habe ja sie ausgewählt.
You want a punt?
Und ich habe sie nicht dabei. Ich habe meine Begleitung nicht dabei, obwohl ich sie gewählt habe. Das bringt eigentlich nichts, wenn ich dort... Ich weiß nicht, ob die schon hergegangen ist.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy. Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Have you seen this man? Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
You been flying the outer systems route lately?
Huh?
Deader than a space caterpillar out there.
ECN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and tea-free nuts in it. It's time for
Hey there, you mind stepping back? I'd surely love to, but that's just not my bailiwick. You'll want to have words with our representative here from the board, Mr. Udom. Gosh, I wouldn't dream of it. I ain't felt so much as a tepid breeze in weeks. I hope Miss Chief Tennyson gets that. Whew, I'm starting to feel like a sisty roast in all this. Have yourself a pleasant.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
Na, wieder das Mikro ausgeschaltet. Auf jeden Fall muss ich jetzt zuerst...
Still waiting to hear back on that bounty for McRed.
schauen, dass wir das Schiff wieder frei bringen, dass ich die Begleitung kann mitnehmen kann.
The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what-fors of his location, Udon Bedford would surely like to hear it.
Nein, das machen wir nicht.
To the board, yeah. You've read his wanted poster. Whole list of things to get their unders in a wad. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with him. We keep the poster up to keep the peace is all.
Die nichts gegen.
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand? Then get to business or get moving. We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardets because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker security do for you today? Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs.
No more
But you
jobs.
could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, mister? This is the security.
Ja, ich rede nur, dass es gemacht ist, aber...
I'm not so good.
Bla bla bla. Bla bla bla. Da bin ich zu wenig gut.
Well...
Ja, nein, ist gut, ist gut, ist gut, ist gut.
All right. Less than they're used to.
Ja, komm. So.
That'd be awful weird. On account of you should be locked up back here too then.
Warum das, wenn ich es nochmal zurück will?
All right. I told you.
Nein, ich weiss, habe ich nicht wollen wissen.
All right.
So, ja, ich raus will. Ich hoffe, es ist immer noch der richtige Auftrag aktiv. Ja. Ich kann ja da rein, wenn ich will. Ob ich es sollte, ist eine andere Frage.
Even the air cosmos.
Assholes in their big interstellar
Und jede Menge klauen dann.
This is Halcyon News.
Yeah.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the
Aber nicht richtig. Ich gehe jetzt sicher zum Oberboss und ich muss aber zu dem da über irgendwie. Gar nicht einmal Diebstahl geschützt. Darf ich einfach nicht. Das lasse ich mir zweimal sagen. Tomaten. Kann ich etwas für das Schiff kaufen? Leider nicht.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Was passiert eigentlich, wenn ich die jetzt alle einfach umbringe? Jeden einzelnen killen dort.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Oh, 10.000 Bits will sie. Oder eine Geschäftsgelegenheit.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Might want to acquaint yourself with Julie Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her frightening.
Ich habe nicht Bock für sie irgendeinen kriminellen Scheiß zu machen.
Someone call me a liar. Yes, dearie? Ain't that just a treat? So, you know Edna, over in engineering? On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was. Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Ja, mach mal.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here, take a candy with you.
Das Candy habe ich über schauen. Was hat sich da drin? Okay, wir leveln wieder auf. Ausweichen, weiss ich nicht. Welcher Knopf? Ich gehe mal hier auf 30 mit Dialog, Überzeugen, Lügen und so. Ich habe noch 4 Punkte übrig. Verbessertes Hacken noch auf 30. Die Technik ist eigentlich gut. Ja, was nehmen wir noch? Ich komme 2 auf Verteidigung oder einen, was es noch hat. Jetzt hat aber der Vorteil gekommen sein, es ist doch ein gerader Level. Ah nein. Nö. Scheissendreck. So, warum muss ich immer noch zu ihr?
Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it just my glands act... What do you want then?
Das ist noch etwas Wichtiges.
That's right.
Ah, komm. Das sind so Gespräche,
Go right. Groundbreakers...
die alle sagen, aber
The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will.
es ist irgendwie
They've
abklopfen für
always got one scheme or another running.
Aktualisierung
Looking,
und
but it...
bla bla bla.
Ash the common... Those...
Bla bla bla.
Click.
Ja, bla bla bla.
Anytime,
So.
sweetheart.
Irgendwie geht ihre Markierung nicht weg. Eine klauen, da ist eine drin.
Now see here, I'm... What was I doing?
Du willst sicher Händler.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Didn't quite catch that.
Ah, das ist so ba ba ba.
Huh? What? Huh. Now that I heard. Of course, most...
Das ist so bla bla bla. Wir wollen nicht mehr. Jetzt geht wieder der jenste Dialog auf. So. Jetzt zeigt es mir 2 Punkte. Das ist wieder lustig. Ich wette aber... Udon Bedford. Ist sicher dein.
When's this shit bucket station going to repair its damn...
This is Halcyon News. We...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Alex ist tot.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Ich könnte auch ausliefern, wo mich...
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
Der mich aufgetaut hat und so.
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Soll ich lügen?
It must have been lost with Alex then. One more tragedy to top the pile. Tell me, how did he die? You're quite right, of course. Best not to pry into such dismal things. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
Genau, mach es so.
Well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? Be my guest. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use. I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands. I have few complaints. Oh, good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
Sure.
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course. Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status, and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign. When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care. Ugh. Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that. Ask
So,
away.
ich glaube, wir haben es jetzt mit ihm. Das sage ich mal so nicht im Fall. Das finde ich irgendwie schräg. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich ihn verarschen könnte. Aber ich will nichts Falsches machen, weil das die Mission, die ich mit ihm vorhabe.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to...
Warum zeigt es mir denn da noch zweiten Punkt?
Capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local...
Muss ich da wieder einfach so drüber und rein da? Ist doch gegangen davor. Jetzt geht's irgendwie nicht mehr. Hier. Aber meine Begleitung kommt mir nicht nach.
This is Halcyon. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs. The ship's groaning something fierce, but I can make time for you. Frustrating. Plus the... Sure is. I would... It was...
Blah, blah, blah.
I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stim that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe. You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? The next cap... You've got my attention.
Das ist erst noch etwas Wichtiges. Das ist mir jetzt gerade alles egal. Die ist auf jeden Fall erledigt. Entweder kaufe ich da oder mache da einen Auftrag, oder? Aber jetzt möchte ich gerne meine Begleiter.
regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Ja, da fehlt mir meine Begleitung.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Parvati ist jetzt nicht dabei.
You're right. I like to think of...
Ja, komm.
I...
Bla bla bla, immer wie bei allen.
You've got my attention.
Ja, ja. Ich muss unbedingt meine Begleitung haben. Ich wollte von der ein paar Sachen lernen, für unser Schiff zu flicken, ganz wichtig.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in...
Wir kommen einen Haufen Aufträge rein, das ist cool. Jetzt will ich reingehen. Manchmal gibt es auch noch eine Aktualisierung. Also jetzt muss ich irgendwie probieren, meinen Begleiter zu holen. Rüstung habe ich jetzt keine mehr an. Ah, schau, jetzt bist du schon bei
Fancy running
mir.
into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
Ja.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Was kannst du?
You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion. Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress. Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together. What do you think? Am I in?
Wie wäre es mit einem Vorstellungsgespräch?
Sure. An interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me anything you like. Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servos with one swing of a tossball stick. You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise. It's delicious. Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust. Maybe with a little cream on top? Classic. Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Hope that's not a deal breaker. Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not going to regret this.
Wir können eine grosse Crew, glaube ich, noch brauchen für die Zukunft. Aber wie kann ich jetzt Ah. Nein, jetzt habe ich eben Felix. Statt sie. Wie kann ich das ändern? Wenn ich nicht Felix will. Muss ich echt jedes Mal reinladen und wieder raus, wenn ich eine Figur holen will? Ich muss alle brauchen hier in der... Ernsthaft. Oder löscht es jedes Mal, wenn ich so eine Ladenszene habe, wieder weg? Und jetzt ist er auch wieder weg.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Ja, wie komme ich jetzt an die her? Das ist wirklich nicht euer Ernst. Ich könnte ja gäbig beim Ausgang sich ein bisschen aufhalten, mal, oder?
You watching the Aether waves last night?
Nein, ich möchte eigentlich sie zuerst.
Let's just say it involved a whole mess of tossball players.
Something busted, Captain?
Nein, ich kann sie nicht auswählen. Vielleicht wenn ich rausgehe. So, jetzt will ich sie Begleiter auswählen. Dann kann ich mehrere. Ich könnte jetzt sagen, der kommt mit. Nein, 2 kann ich auch mitnehmen. Ja. Dann nehme ich doch die 2 mit. Und die brauche ich für die Mission. Er muss ja ein bares Gespräch haben und mit ihr muss ich nochmal zurück da zum Flicker-Team da. Wieder neu laden. Gespannt, wenn ich auf den ersten Planet mal wieder zurückgehe, was dort näher so Sache ist. Jetzt können sie gehen. Weißt du das? Nur ich kann mich...
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which cruise ship...
nur ich kann mich tarnen, oder? Ist das das Problem? Jetzt habe ich nicht geschaut, wie ich mich tarnen kann. Ob ich das muss, eine Mod installieren oder ob es automatisch tut. Dann müsste ich aber allein ins Sperrgebiet gehen.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
Die Job hier.
Could spend all day in here. Where are we headed?
Du kannst jetzt reden mit ihr.
He seems like a nice boy to me. Yeah, but I got a good feeling about him, is all. I mean, sure, he's a bit rough around the edges. I bet he just needs somebody to show him a better path.
Das bist du.
That's not exactly what I'm saying.
Was ich etwas anderes denkt. So, kannst du jetzt mit der Pavarotti reden?
Only gonna get worse if I don't get those radiators fixed.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
So. Sie kommt da weiterhin mit oder bleibt jetzt sie?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled
Hat super funktioniert. Okay. Jetzt muss ich wieder zurück.
Do you have what it takes?
Are we gonna get in trouble today? Not that I want to. Just seems to happen around you, is all. Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms?
Oh, jetzt
What? No. Maybe? I don't... It's like somebody reached into my head and pulled out what I did. You know how...
Ja, es interessiert mich nicht.
I reckon there's worse places to start. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just... She's calm and knows what to do. I wish I was half so confident.
Ich schicke die zurück.
Sure thing, Captain. I'll be
Ich
waiting
mag
back
jetzt
at
nicht
the
wieder mit ihr herlaufen und wieder laden und wieder zurück. Ich meine, so kann man das Spiel auch strecken von der Stunde her. Aber das mache ich einmal. Das ist nervig, das Hin und Her. Das mache ich nächstes Mal zurückkommen. Verbockt haben zum Glück noch nicht. Wo ist eigentlich Medizin? Die zeigt es mir auch nicht mehr an. Medizinmission. Aber erst wenn ich auf diesem Planet bin. Gehen wir mal dort schauen, aber das könnte heikel werden, weil es in einem Sicherheitsbereich ist. Nein, nicht in den Lift. Nicht jetzt. Oh, da sind wieder Leute, da kannst du
If
nur
you're
mit
hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of sprouts. You know what sprats are? Spread.
Ja, ja, bla bla.
Just as
Das
well.
lernt man, die hat keinen Bock auf das Gespräch.
Fresh from the grinder, any hour.
Und er hat sie dehydrierte Wassertablette. Und wir kaufen da mal 2. So.
Got one more out. Is any of the news they play here actually true?
C&P Wurst. It's not the worst unless it's Wurst.
Wurst.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear? Hughes packet had the toss balls for us on cars. What the rail black?
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one?
Ja, aber das ist also in dem Fall nicht automatisch. Und das ist mit meinem Kollegen, wo ist jetzt... Was passiert denn mit ihm? Darf er nicht mitkommen, aber er muss ja dabei sein. Ich kann das aber nicht verbinden. Ob das automatisch jetzt hat. Ob ich das muss ausrüsten. Die kommen mir nachher. Nein, da will ich gar nicht her. Ich will dort hinten her. Ich müsste hier durch. Der andere ist natürlich nie, wo man das Ding zu auftut. Wo ist der jetzt? Ah, der kommt mit. Und dann sollte man das hacken, das Ding. Moment. Ja, aber kommen wir gleich nicht dorthin. Vor allem kommen sie mir voll hinten an.
Slow day, huh?
Kann da nicht rein. Max!
I'm going.
Ah, das ist Max.
I am en route, Captain.
Kannst du das nicht auftun für mich? Du bist doch hier der Hacker. Goddammit. Halt nicht. Ah, Moment. Momentolos. Nee, das geht auch nicht. Muss aufpassen, meine Energie ist down. Oh, noch ein neues Ausweismodul. Das ist ja mein Kollege, der da steht. Nochmal eins. alles, was es hat. Aber ich muss raus. Achtung, nein! Wir gehen nochmal. Zweimal sind sie sicher nicht so gütig. Es ist auch natürlich genau da. Das kann ich nicht stellen, weil er da steht. Wieder neu rein. Es muss einen anderen Weg gehen, das aufzutun, irgendeine Schlüsselkarte oder so. Wie letztes Mal. Das letzte Geld. Stecke einen neuen Anzug. Das ist im Moment wirklich ein bisschen mühsam. Irgendwo gibt es sicher einen Türcode, aber ich denke, ja nicht, dass da irgendwie bekommen, aber nicht. Irgendwie nein. Scheiße, verdammt. Das schaffe ich irgendwie auch nicht. Wo ist echt der Säurereiniger? Der zeigt es gar nicht an. Der ist irgendwo. Ist jemand rum, der mich sieht?
Hold there right there.
Hä?
What do you think you're doing? Keep your hands to yourself.
Zum Glück habe ich meine Fähigkeiten mit Gespräch so erhöht. Es hat schon 2-3 Mal jetzt Probleme gegeben. Ah, da ist das Arzneimittel, ja. Gut, ich gebe mir weitere Aufträge wieder. Wo führt mich das her?
What the hell's going on? We're in a holding pattern.
Ja, da müsstest du noch alle ansprechen, um zu schauen, ob irgendwo ein Wichtiger dabei ist.
Stay in the public areas
Einer,
and we'll
der
get along
Jobs gibt
fine.
und so.
Are you listening to me, Emperor?
Da ist sicher die Ärztin eigentlich. Wir müssen jetzt zu den Gangstern runter.
Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells.
So, da gibt es wenigstens in der nächsten Folge mal wieder Action. 2 Folgen nur geschnurrt mit Leuten.